Get ready for political theater. This week, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. heads to Capitol Hill. He's set to face the Senate Finance Committee, and it won't be a friendly chat. The official topic, President Trump's Make America Healthy Again healthcare agenda. But the real drama? The chaos at the CDC. Kennedy's testimony comes just after a major shakeup at the CDC. Both parties are ready with tough questions and practiced outrage. This isn't just about healthcare policy, it's about power, politics, and institutional chaos. Kennedy, once an outsider, is now the establishment, and his decisions have big consequences. Senators want answers about the CDC's turmoil and Kennedy's new direction. Some just want to see him squirm. This is Kennedy's first real test as a national leader under oath. He's been tasked by President Trump to fix a broken system. Supporters see him as a truth teller, critics call him a wrecking ball. For senators, it's a golden opportunity for oversight and TV time. The stakes are high: Kennedy's leadership, the CDC's future, and the direction of American healthcare. Will he rise to the challenge or fuel more chaos? The hearing is set to be a defining moment. The nation is watching. The Senate is ready. Let the show begin. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the recently fired CDC director, Susan Monterez. Confirmed by the Senate with bipartisan support, she was fired by Kennedy just 1 month in. Her abrupt public dismissal sent shockwaves through the public health community. After Monterez's exit, other top CDC officials quickly followed. Congress is now demanding answers. Is there a plan or just a purge? The core issue: vaccines. Monterez supported standard immunization science. Kennedy has long questioned vaccine safety. When you put a pro-vaccine director under an anti-mandate secretary, you get conflict and pink slips. Kennedy claims he's following Trump's orders to restore trust and eliminate conflicts of interest. He's replacing leaders who, he says, resisted reform. He promises transparency and integrity. But senators want to know, can you achieve transparency by firing dissenters? The CDC's brain drain has raised alarms about the agency's future. Is this reform or just chaos? The Senate wants answers. The stakes: public trust, scientific integrity, and the CDC's credibility. Kennedy's strategy is bold. Will it pay off? Now, the heart of the matter: vaccines. For Kennedy, this isn't just policy, it's a crusade. As HHS Secretary, he now controls the agencies overseeing immunization. His first big move, replacing the entire CDC vaccine advisory panel with his own appointees. Critics fear this new panel will follow politics, not science. Senator Bill Cassidy, a doctor in Kennedy's key confirmation vote, is demanding oversight and transparency. He's put a hold on the panel's recommendations until he knows who's making them. The nation's vaccine policy is now in limbo. Kennedy says he's rooting out corruption and making vaccines safer. Critics warn he's undermining public trust and risking outbreaks of preventable diseases. The debate over vaccines is now front and center in federal policy. The stakes: public health, scientific credibility, and the risk of old diseases returning. Kennedy's actions have sparked a national reckoning. Is this needed scrutiny or dangerous disruption? The country waits for answers. Welcome to the Senate Finance Committee hearing, the main stage of this political drama. Senate Majority Leader John Thune is demanding answers about the CDC firing. For Thune, it's about Senate authority and respect for the institution. Senator Bill Cassidy, a physician and Kennedy's key supporter, is alarmed by the impact on children's health and vaccine policy. He's determined to prevent a public health crisis. Cassidy's questions will be sharp and personal. He's invested in the outcome. Meanwhile, Senator Steve Daines plans to shift the focus to abortion policy, showing how hearings become political free-for-alls. Each senator has their own agenda, turning the hearing into a political buffet. Through it all, Kennedy sits at the center, framing himself as a reformer battling a corrupt system. He'll cast criticism as resistance from entrenched interests. For Kennedy, this is a high-stakes performance. For senators, it's a chance to shape the future of American healthcare. The hearing is a battle of narratives. The outcome will influence public health policy for years. The stakes: trust, science, and the direction of the nation's health. Who will win the narrative war? The nation is watching. The pressure is on. So what does all this mean for Make America Healthy Again? Right now, it looks less like a strategy and more like chaos. The agenda is rooted in distrust of institutions like the CDC and FDA. The goal: tear down old structures seen as corrupt. But tearing down is easy, rebuilding is hard. Kennedy's actions have created a vacuum of expertise and trust. Politicizing public health risks undermining decades of progress. If trust in vaccines collapses, we could see outbreaks of diseases long under control. The political fallout would be immense. This hearing is more than a grilling. It's a battle for the soul of American public health. Will science or politics guide our future? As Kennedy faces the Senate, the answer and the nation's health hangs in the balance. Good luck to us all.